Hey guys, and welcome back to the Swarthy King channel. And before we get started on today's topic, I wanted to share some information with you guys on how you can reach me. My email is liveup254@gmail.com. That's LIVEUP254@gmail.com. This is for, if you want to send me a personal email, have a one-on-one, or if there's any other YouTubers out there that would like to collaborate, please give me a shout on that email, and we'll go from there. So today's topic is something that's a little near and dear to me. I found out that over the Thanksgiving holiday, I lost a friend to suicide, and he had been dealing with some depression. This was unbeknownst to me, and it was very troubling. When I think back about him as a person, he was always a very upbeat person. Always had a kind word, always smiling, and so to hear that he had been dealing with the depression and his depression led to him taking his own life, I said, man, I wonder if this is something that's really affecting our community as men in the United States. So I started digging, and I found that 9% of the U.S. population of white men are dealing with depression and anxiety. 5 to 10% of African American men in the U.S. are dealing with depression and anxiety. And there is a very low number of those guys that are dealing with this condition that are actually seeking help. And when I say seeking help, a lot of us have jobs that have EAP, which is the Employee Assistance Program. It's free. I think you normally get maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 sessions to sit down with someone and talk with them. These people are not attached to you, which means it should be a little easier to talk to them about whatever issues you have going on. And like I said, everything's confidential. But as men, I do realize that we are very prideful. Showing signs of weakness and vulnerability is not always, or one of the weakest, or one of the worst characteristics that we think sometimes that we could possibly display. Uncertainties, frailty, a sickness, anything like that. It kind of goes against our masculinity. And I want to let you guys know, and also kind of give the women some insight as well, that even though, yes, I understand that, it may be difficult to talk about these things, we need to have the conversation. Again, we have to find a way to be able to communicate effectively so that things like this will not happen. You look at a guy like Robin Williams. As much money as Robin Williams had, as much fame and notoriety and fans and as much love as he was receiving from the people around him, he was still dealing with things internally that even his money and the notoriety couldn't do for him. His family said that they had been noticing some changes in his personality and his behavior over the years, but they didn't think much of it. And once he took his own life, then that was the time that everyone wanted to take it serious. And as men, sometimes we don't always put ourselves in a situation to display that there's anything going on. And women, please understand that as men, we deal with things internally. We're not always going to, display a lot of things. Sometimes, we may even get quiet and try to process things mentally. And again, we do have those feelings. We do have emotions. We do have fear. We do have uncertainties. We're not sure about certain things sometimes. And if we ever come to you guys, please, even if you don't have the advice, just be a listening ear. Don't sit in the seat of judgment. If you love this man and he's coming to you with something that's really bothering him, trust me, this is a huge step for him to do, because it is not necessarily a part of us to go out here and, like I said, display these feelings of vulnerability. And men, let me talk to you guys directly. Being afraid, being stressed out, things of that nature. Listen, I understand that things go on. Sometimes we may be dealing with divorce. Sometimes we may be dealing with child support. Sometimes we're dealing with, your wife may have cheated on you, your girlfriend, whatever the case may be. Listen, man, it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? You can rise above anything that you're going through. I say that at the end of each one of my videos because I truly, truly, truly believe that there's nothing that you're going through that you cannot get through. But if it's really plaguing you that badly, you really, really need to reach out and get some help. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you're working on a job that provides these programs for you, utilize them. They're free. It's not coming out of your paycheck. Like I said, these people are there to talk to. They're not people that you know. Again, and everything that you say to them is confidential. Sometimes it's just good to get a different ear, get a different perspective, someone that's not necessarily attached to your circumstance and your situation. You know what I mean? Dealing with these things, it can wear you down. It'll affect your health, and stuff like that. So please make sure that we get some help. Don't be so prideful, because believe it or not, your children need you. You do have worth. You have value. You mean a lot to your family, and as I'm saying these things to you, guess what? It resonates with me as well. Like I said, I just had someone that I would like to think that I was very close to, as sometimes as you get older and, it's not that you have a beef or, you're not friends anymore. Sometimes life happens. I have a family, he has a family, we all have families and stuff like that. But, sometimes you lose touch. You may not see people for months or whatever the case may be because life is happening. But again, things happen and we need to be there for one another. We need to, try to keep in contact. If you notice that there's someone, sometimes when we're around people, we notice their personality traits. If this person's normally up and bubbly and, the last few weeks, he just kind of seems to be really down, pull that brother to the side, have a conversation with him. Say, man, listen, just want to let you know, man, if you need to talk to me, I'm here. I noticed you've been kind of, been different the last couple of weeks. You don't have to push the issue, but just sometimes just to let people know that you're there and you're thinking of them. That means more than anything. So just keep these things in mind. Again, if there's someone that that you feel that needs help and is kind of teeter-tottering and looks like they're, just out of it, there's a suicide prevention hotline. I don't have that number presently in front of me. I should have had that, but again, we need to do whatever we can to help one another out, people. And like I say, we have to live up. Always remember to live up. Live above your circumstance. It's just a trial. Whatever you're going through, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Live up. Live above your situation. Rise above whatever you're going through. And you too can see this, see it through. You know what I mean? And sometimes you're not going to always have people around to encourage you. So you have to encourage yourself sometimes, and know that you're worth it. See the value in yourself. Know who you are as a person. Sometimes take time with yourself. You don't always have to have people around. You don't always need people to validate you. Like I said, we all do need help. We all do need, a listening ear sometimes. But sometimes, just spending time to yourself and collecting your own thoughts, regrouping, reanalyzing things. There's nothing wrong with that. So on that note, like I said, man, I appreciate you guys for checking the channel out. I hope that what I've said has been edifying. My purpose here is to, give you guys some food for thought and maybe inspire you to be able to take these conversations back to your loved ones, to your schools, or whatever the case may be, and have the conversation. So until next time, peace.